response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
A province-wide stay-at-home order is currently in effect. Limit trips outside the home. Remain in your local community and work from home if you are able. Visit the province's website for more information.
You're watching Rogers TV, Grey County.
Hello and welcome to the Rogers TV COVID-19 show. I'm Carol Merton, and before I welcome our guests today, I'd like to share a few thoughts with you. For those of you who watch the program regularly, you know I like to give updates about COVID-19 and how it's impacting our community. So there is good news regarding the decline in the number of new cases of COVID-19 in Grey Bruce, although the numbers are fluctuating a bit from day to day. The Public Health Unit could not have done this without the help of our community, and they need us to keep up the good work. It has been difficult having this lockdown extended, and we've just found out it's now extended to June 2nd, 2021. We can all agree that we want to make this lockdown the very last one we will have to go through. We are looking forward to the lifting of restrictions, but in the meantime, follow the provincial stay-at-home order by not going out except for absolutely essential travel. If you have any possible COVID-19 symptoms, go to the assessment centers for testing. Be open and transparent about the people that you may have been in contact with. This might actually save their life or those of others. The Grey Bruce Health Unit states that it is critical and crucial for all of us to stay the course with the 3 W's. Wash your hands, watch your distance, and wear a mask over the coming weeks until the vaccine rollout is complete, hopefully this summer. The journey has been long, and we are all very, very weary. The sacrifices we continue to make each and every day will bring us closer to the finish line. Let's make this difference together. Thank you to our community who are all working so hard to bring an end to the COVID-19 pandemic. And on that note, I want to thank and welcome my guests today. I have with me Sharon McKeachnie, and Sharon is here to talk about Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse and what's happening with COVID-19. Sharon, thank you so much for being on the program. This is great.
Thank you so much, Carol, for inviting me.
So I did go online to look about Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse, but I'm wondering for our viewing audience, if you can fill us in a little bit about minor lacrosse, what your role is and how long it's been going on. And then, of course, what are you going to do in COVID-19?
Okay, thank you, Carol. For anybody that doesn't know, my name is Sharon McKeachnie, and I am the president of Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse Association. Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse has been around. I was originally involved in it back going 32 years ago, and it had been going before then, so it's been around a long time. Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse is inviting all boys and girls ages 3 to 21 in our box division and girls 4 to 18 in our girls field division to come and play lacrosse for the 2021 season. We are planning to start our modified season Now, originally that had been Tuesday, May the 25th, but now with the lockdown running till June the 2nd, we will not be starting till after that date. So that will be the box division and the girls field division will all start after June the 2nd. Our boys field division is not until the fall. So we ask everyone to watch our website at osml.ca under registration. Right now, we have free registration under Try It Lacrosse on our website until June the 1st, 2021. Great news for people who have registered before. Due to the vaccination clinic being moved to the Julie MacArthur Rec Center, the executive and board of Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse have decided to move our season to the Shallow Lake Community Center. And therefore, there will be no residency rules to be paid for this season. Our girls' field will operate out of Victoria Park and ODSS fields. Let me see. This modified season will have no body or stick-to-body contact. It's a great time to try the game to see if you will like it. Registration of participants will be capped at 40 participants in each age group in the box division. The new age groups, which are new this year, are as follows. Softies, ages 3 and 4. Paperweight, ages 5 and 6. U9, formerly Tyke, ages 7 and 8. U11, formerly Novice, ages 9 and 10. U13, formerly Pee-wee, ages 11 and 12. U15, formerly Bantam, ages 13 and 14. U17, formerly Midget, ages 15 and 16. And U22, formerly Intermediate, ages 17 and 21. The girls' field division will be capped at 50 participants in each age division. They offer girls ages 5, 6, and 7 learn to play, and U11, U15, and U19 teams. Since there are caps in all divisions, please register early to save your space. Registration costs for the box lacrosse division after June the 1st are as follows. Softies, $105. Paperweights, $135. And all others, $160. Each player will be given a jersey for participating. The girls' field division will be, I lost my train of thought there. Each player will be given a jersey for participating. Girls' field division are offering their season for $100 per player. All information can be reviewed on our website at osml.ca registrations. E-transfers for our fees would be our preferred method of payment, but you can also register with a debit credit card. COVID-19 protocols will be adhered to in the box section with the screening of all players, coaches, parents, and staff prior to entering a facility. We have provided the local public health unit with an action plan, and they have advised us not to change a thing. We will allow one parent with each child, and they must maintain social distancing. All body and stick-to-body contact has been eliminated during play, and we will follow all protocols and orders as set out by the municipality or Ministry of Public Health and the province. We will also follow all facility protocols for COVID-19 as outlined by the municipality of Georgian Bluffs. The girls' field division also will have protocols in place for using outside facilities. We are looking forward to having a successful year of lacrosse despite the challenges of COVID-19 while remaining safe.
Wow. So I have a few questions. That was excellent because it was a great overview for sure.
Thank you.
So you've had to make a lot of changes to accommodate COVID-19 restrictions, including how the game is played, it sounds.
Yes.
So what do you think will be the difference as far as the players' experience? And I'm optimistic. We're going to get out of this lockdown. I can't sign on a dotted line that that's going to happen, but I'm hopeful. What do you think the players will think about the change in how the game is played?
Well, any players who have participated in Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse in past years will probably notice the biggest change because there will be no body contact or stick to body contact, which is a major part of lacrosse. But what we're hoping with the modified season is that they will, their stick skills will improve.
Yeah.
Any children that haven't played before, it's a great time now for them to learn the game of lacrosse and get a feeling of whether they would like it or not.
Yeah.
We used to have a very healthy house league program here at Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse, and that has been missing in the past few years due to the number of people signing up to participate. What we're also hoping is with this non-contact type of lacrosse that more kids will get involved, and going forward that we may again return to having a healthy house league division.
So more and more as kids are home, virtual schools, I would think that both children and youth and parents would be looking forward to getting outside to participate in this kind of activity. Is that your hope as well?
Well, our box division play indoors actually.
Okay.
But the kids were unable to play last year because our season was totally wiped out. Okay. So we're hoping to get renewed interest in it. I know a lot of players and parents who are very happy to see that we are going to try to give them a season again this year. And of course, the girls' field division, the kids are looking forward to being back outside and participating again.
When I looked at your information, I was amazed at how young the children are who start to play lacrosse. Tell me about why so young and what your experiences have been with the little ones starting in.
Well, the younger ones, it's just a fun time to get out with their friends and make new friends and start the basics of lacrosse, like learning to pick the ball up and throw it and eventually catch it and that sort of thing. But they have a really great time at it. And I know a lot of kids that started in our softies and paperweights and that, went right through the minor lacrosse system.
So you've adjusted with COVID-19 because you certainly have changed the style of playing, but you've also changed the numbers that you can have within each grouping, correct?
Yes, we're going along the same line structure as Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse did, or minor hockey did. Yeah. And they found it worked very well for them to have teams of 10 kids, 2 teams playing at any one time, because you can only have a maximum of 50 people inside the facility at one time. Okay. And so we are following the minor hockey structure, And it worked out well for them when they were able to play in the wintertime. And we can't see any reason it won't work for us this summer.
So your organization, you have a board of directors, correct?
Yes, we do.
How many sit on the board? This isn't a memory test, but do you can you name them?
I think at the present time we have about 16.
Oh my goodness, that's significant. A lot of people providing input then.
Yes.
Yeah, which is great. Which is good. And you have coaches. Now, how do you find your coaches? Are these,
Excuse me.
That's okay.
Our coaches actually apply for coaching positions, and we have a coaches selection committee that then interviews everyone and looks over their qualifications, and we generally pick the coaches that we need. But this is for our rep teams. For a house league type of play, a lot of the coaches are volunteer parents, former players, that, and they don't need the certification that a rep team coach needs.
Yeah.
So it's easier to find coaches for this type of lacrosse instead of the rep type of lacrosse, which we normally have.
So travel to play with other teams. What will happen?
When we made our application to the public health unit, we asked that we be able to play a couple of centers that were close to us. At that time, we were in the green zone, and another West Grey are in the same health unit as we are, so they were in the green also. And then there was North Perth, who were in the orange. Okay. And they're all within our Zone 8 minor lacrosse section. And so we asked for permission to play those teams.
And that was given, was it? You were okay to do that?
That was with our presentation to public health.
Yeah. Because I would think for the players that it's kind of a great experience to be able to play, with other teams, not just within those, that are within your organization. It helps with the skills and competition and just good fun, right?
Yes, it does. And, normally that's what we would be playing in a regular season. But any of our other zone members who are south of that were all in the red.
Okay.
At that time, and we are not allowed to play anybody in red or gray.
And that makes, perfect sense, to be able to be safe, right? That's critical. Yeah.
Yes.
So the funding for your association, does the community fund you? Do you have sponsorships? Do you mentioned there was a cost for people to play. So can you talk a little bit about how that works?
Okay. Normally in a regular season, we have sponsors in each division of our lacrosse. We have our rep teams are all sponsored by a major sponsor. This year, we did not approach any sponsors to help us because everybody's had a very bad year. Yeah. So what we did this year, and we're able to provide it at less cost than what we would in a normal season, we pretty much booked our registration fees around covering our expenses in that for this season.
Yeah. So, and you're right, COVID-19 has impacted so many different areas, including businesses who might be in the past able to sponsor. And then individual families as well they pay to play, correct?
Yes.
So what would happen if there was someone who, because of COVID or other circumstances, just wanted to play but just didn't have the funds, like they were just keen? What options might be available, or are there any for those who are just finding it really hard to make ends meet because they've either lost their job because of COVID or their business has had to shut down? Do you have options for that? I don't want
Yes.
to put you on the spot, but
No, in the past, when we have people who have approached any member of the executive or the board that are having financial problems, we have been able to help them out in the past. So if anybody would like their children to play and are having financial problems, just go to the actual website and contact any of our members, and we will look after helping them out.
So I know you mentioned about going to Shallow Lake, and you had mentioned about fees for out of residence. Can you talk a little bit more about how it will work in Shallow Lake and what your thoughts are about the change?
Yes, we were very fortunate that we had been in contact with Shallow Lake prior to the city notifying us that the vaccination hub was moving to the Julie MacArthur Rec Center. So it was really no big problem. Our scheduler was able to get a schedule made around the time that we have available at Shallow Lake. And they even informed us that if we needed to have extra floor time after the August 31st date, they would be willing to, I think it was October sometime, that they said they would be able to accommodate us. So we could have waited on the Julie MacArthur Rec Center, but that decision, it wouldn't be made until sometime in June. And we felt that we want to give the kids as much time as possible to get out and participate. So that was when the executive and board made the decision that for this year, we would just move our whole operation to the Shallow Lake Arena in Georgian Bluffs.
So you really had to pivot around, so many different things, including the location. And I know that you say for this year, because we want COVID to be done with this year. We don't want this to continue. We've had enough already, more than enough for sure.
That's right.
So
yes, and next year things will probably move back to normal again, and we will play out of the facilities here in Owen Sound.
Now, will you put that in writing, Sharon? I want a guarantee. No, I'm teasing, but yeah. Well, we are all going to hang our hats on that hope, big time. Absolutely. The actual season, if I'm reading it right, the girls' field is tentatively a 9-week schedule. Is that normal for your scheduling times?
I think the girls are planning an 8-week schedule, and we are planning a 12-week schedule.
Okay. To give them time to develop their skills, and when you bring coaches on as well, you want to be able to get them to commit to a certain period of time, correct?
Yes. Normally, if we ran a house league or in our softies and our paperweights, they would only play until the end of June.
Okay.
And now they are going to go 10 weeks, and then our other age groups are going to go for the 12 weeks.
It just amazes me. It's quite a complex schedule you're working around. No wonder you have a scheduler, and just to even keep it all straight, it's amazing.
It is, and he does an amazing job for us.
Excellent. Now, I know we've just got a few more minutes in the program, but I also read that there is an Ontario Lacrosse Association that has a return to activity guide. So is that an association that everyone who does minor lacrosse is part of, or is it voluntary?
No, the Ontario Lacrosse Association governs all associations and that in the province of Ontario. So
Yeah.
they came out with their return to play to all of us, and then it was up to us to make our own plans with our local public health units
Yeah.
in order to get season started.
So when parents and coaches are coming, will they be expected to wear masks and that? What's your guideline around that when they're playing?
Parents viewing will have to wear masks, the same as at any other time in any other facility.
Yeah.
Coaches and that, I believe, are exempt from wearing them when they're out with the children. And also children involved in play are not asked to wear masks.
Right. And certainly when parents come, there's just, you only allow a certain number, right? That can come and view.
Yes, one parent or guardian per child.
Yeah. So what haven't I asked you that you would like to share about this association and your experiences?
Well, it's a fantastic association. Like I said, I was originally involved with it over 32 years ago, and have come back again. And am at present the president. We couldn't do anything without our volunteers. Everyone that serves on the board of directors, the executive, are all volunteers. The same with our coaches. Nobody gets paid. It's all volunteers, and we have some very wonderful people who assist us.
And that's the key, isn't it? This helps the youth in our community, and it's the community supporting the youth by volunteer activities, which I think is what it's all about. That's what makes us stronger, especially in these challenging times.
Yes.
It sounds like you still enjoy it. You came back.
I never actually left lacrosse. I just left Owen Sound Minor for a few years, but I have been involved in lacrosse in some way for the past 32 years.
And did you play lacrosse?
No, I didn't myself, but my husband, my son, and my daughter all played.
What I really appreciate is your enthusiasm, but also the fact that lacrosse is for girls, boys, youth of all ages.
Yes.
It really reaches across a broad perspective, and I think that's amazing for our community. So I want to thank you so much, Sharon, for spending the time with us and filling us in about what's happening with Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse. I wish you all the best. I am keeping my fingers crossed that you will still get out there and able to do what you've got planned. Just a few weeks, maybe juggling a little bit. You take care.
You too, Carol. Thank you.
And thank you to our viewing audience for joining us today. Please join us again to learn more about programs, services, and resources available to you and to your family. Please take care, stay safe, and care for each other. Thank you.